Dalbar studied investor behavior for 35 years. The S&P 500 returned 9.65% a year. The average investor, 7.13. And in 2024 alone, that gap grew out to 8.48 percentage points in a single year. Most people think they lose money picking bad stocks. They don't. They lose money because they chase stocks, panic at the bottom, and fail to follow a plan the moment things get scary. I know because I did all of that. So I built a Claude skill that physically can't panic. It has my entire strategy memorized, it refuses to recommend anything outside my plan, and I'll show you exactly how it works. If you stick with me until the end, I'll give you the skill, the template, and show you how to use it entirely for free. Let me show you. Before we start, I need to be honest about something. Since I started investing when I was 20-something years old, I rarely beat the market. I was only able to accumulate capital because I worked a lot. Last year, I tried day trading. I was able to turn 3K into 10, and then 0. One day that I could not control my emotions ended up blowing my trade account. If that was the only failure, it would be great, but it was not. Many additional times I ended up buying tops and selling bottoms when I let my emotions control me. Because here is what I finally understood. I didn't need to be stock picking or day trading. I just needed to follow a good plan in the mid to long term. I devised my strategy with a financial advisor, diversified, borrowing, and discovered I could reach financial freedom in less time than I thought. But before sticking to that, I wanted to make some research to see if I was a failure. And let me show you what I discovered. Dalbar runs the most cited study on investor behavior in the United States. 35 years of data. They call it QAIB. Over the last 20 years, the S&P 500 returned 9.65% a year. The average equity investor, 7.13. That's a 2.52 percentage point gap every year for 20 years. And in 2024, when volatility came back, that gap stretched to 8.48 percentage points in a single year, second largest gap of the past decade. Why? Because volatility activates emotion, and emotions breaks plans. It gets worse. Barber and Odeon studied retail traders for years. The most active traders underperformed the market by 6.5 percentage points in a single year. Trading more makes you do worse, not better. And here's the one that changed how I think about all of this. Vanguard publishes some called Advisors Alpha. They break down where a financial advisor actually adds value. Want to guess the biggest line item? It is not stock picking. It is not asset allocation. It is not even rebalancing. That's one worth 12 basis points a year. The biggest line item by far is behavioral coaching. 200 basis points. 2% a year. That's a fancy way of saying keeping clients from doing dumb shit. So here's the reframe. The disease is emotion plus recency bias. The drift in your portfolio is just a symptom. Which led me to a question. If the problem is that I can't trust my own discipline, what if I offload that discipline to something that literally can't feel emotions? So this is the skill. It is called portfolio discipline. It lives in my Claude Code skills folder, and let me show you what's inside. It is a simple markdown file that have core values, portfolio discipline, and the onboarding. In the first time that you execute it, it will ask you for your information, what is your current plan, and what do you have on your portfolio. For this demo, I have prepared the following portfolio. I have an emergency reserve of 36K in a total portfolio of almost 100K. My real estate should be 25% of my portfolio that you can see here. And my stocks should be 40%. I also want to stay with 10% on crypto, right? If we check the current prices, I have 11% on my portfolio on crypto, which is telling it is okay on my spreadsheet. I have 34% on my stocks, 19% on real estate, and 36% on my emergency reserve. Let's see what happens if I ask it about what should I do this month to rebalance my portfolio. Hey, Claude, can you check this skill and see what should I do to rebalance my portfolio this month? Okay, now it is asking me which data source it should use. I'll ask it to use the spreadsheet because it is the one that I've prepared for this demo. And then the update mode, I want it to be automatic. What it means? It means that it will try to get any free APIs that it can find to fetch the current price of that asset. Great, amazing. Came back and said, all gates passed, Drift confirms the expected demo state. Excess reserve, it is in 11K additional. Both VNQ and VOO are urgent, underweight by 6 points. BTC is inside the band, so only 0.77 above. We can see the exact drift of each asset, and then its recommendation. Move 11K of excess emergency reserve into the underweight equity classes for this month. 6,000 for VOO, 5,000 for VNQ. Do not add to BTC. Crypto is at 10.77% versus 10% target, inside the normal plus 3 points band. Do not touch the reserve below 25K. Okay, perfect. Let me ask it an additional question. Hey, Claude, amazing. I like your suggestion and I will apply it. I also have an additional 10K that I can deploy this month. Where should I put it? So here you can see that it is already understanding that the 10K is a fresh capital on top of the 11K excess reserve. So now my total position is going from 100K to 110K. It brought up what is the deploy recommendation, 5K to VOO, 4.6K on VNQ, 0 to BTC, even though BTC is at a really low trend. And after both moves, the 11K balance plus this 10K should give us this data over here. The emergency reserve will continue to be on 25K. Real estate assets will be on 28K. SP 500 ETFs will be on 45K. And crypto on 10K, which gives us a total of 110K. Every class lands inside the normal plus minus 3 points band. It is a clean month. Why? Same rule applied to fresh capital, deploy where drift is largest, skip what's at target. The reserve is already at 4, and crypto is inside band. Both are blocked. Splitting 10K between VOO and VNQ proportionally to their gap to target restores discipline without touching the satellite allocation. This skill can help us even when we are just rebalancing the portfolio because either assets went up or assets went down, and also helps us deploy capital whenever we have an excess. Even if we need to remove some capital, it can also help us with that. The whole skill is governed by a single markdown file, plus a holdings file that can either be JSON, Excel, or a Google Sheet. That's it. There is no app, no subscription, no backend. Let me walk through the structure. Step 1, you ask AI to install it from the link in the description. Step 2, the strategy reference. This is where you put your own targets, your asset classes, your percentages, your drift bands. Mine are just an example. In the first time that you invoke the skill, it should ask you. Also remember to inform your current positions to your AI, either manually or just drop the files with the information in the same folder so that AI can read and do it for you. Step 3, the drift logic. If current allocation minus target is greater than 5%, flag urgent. Greater than 3%, flag normal. Less than 3, do nothing. That's the whole brain. Subtraction and a threshold. Step 4, the emergency reserve logic. XX months of expenses are protected. Only the excess above XX months can be used for rebalancing. You need to inform AI what are your monthly costs and how many months of emergency reserve you want. So even when the plan says deploy cash, the skill double checks for safety floor first. The Python programs are meant to install the skill for different AI agents, Codex, Gemini, and Claude, and update the Google Sheet in case you opt for it. Quick honesty check. The demo strategy I'm using on screen, 25, 25, 40, 10, it is not a recommendation at all. I picked those numbers because they're easy to read on camera. The skill enforces your plan, not mine. You need to write your own strategy doc. That's the whole point. You might be wondering, what if you don't have a strategy yet? That's a fair question. And here is the honest answer. This skill enforces a strategy. It doesn't tell you which strategy to have. If you don't have a written strategy yet, the skill is useless to you. The first work is on you, not on the AI. A simple starting point, start with your emergency reserve. This is the cash that should be saving you in case things go south. Definitely, how many months of air you need to get back on your feet, and invest that in a conservative place that pays you at least current inflation for where you live. Then define your strategy based on your risk appetite and write it down. Then install the skill. And let me be clear about what this is not. It is not a robo-advisor. It does not pick stocks. It does not predict markets. It does not know which way Bitcoin is going next week. Neither do I. Neither does anyone. All it does is watch the gap between your plan and your portfolio and tell you when that gap is real and when you are just being emotional. The point is not the AI. The point is the discipline. The AI just makes it harder for you to lie to yourself. And one more thing, none of this is financial advice. This is what I personally do. Investment decisions are yours only. We started with the 8.48 percentage point gap. Now you have a skill that closes it for you. At least the part that's about discipline. Open the GitHub repo linked below. Ask your favorite AI companion to copy and install the skill file. Write your strategy document. Invoke it whenever you are doing new investments or every month. 5 minutes total. Skill template, holdings file preamble, starter Google Sheet, all public, all free. I want to know what's the worst trade you ever made because you broke your own rules. Drop it in the comments. And if you want the bigger picture, the previous video walks through the 6 free AI agents I tested for personal finance. That's what eventually led to this skill. Watch that next. I'll see you in the next one.